everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Always excited when it's Monday night because it's closer to Wednesday, new comic book day. Don't we all get happy when new comic book day comes? Or it's nearing close. It's almost like you wait for 2 days for Christmas and all that. That happens to us comic book fans every week, right? So we wait for that Wednesday. Oh, 2 more days. Hello, everybody. How you doing? We have a special show, whatever that is. Special show today. Me and it's gonna be just bring him in. Why not? Bring in my partner in crime, my homie from another homie. Oh, whatever. I'm just messing up all the stuff, so I'm just gonna bring him in before I make more of a you know what out of myself. So welcome TM Nerdy. Oh my God, he's an animal now. What happened in that Cocoa and Island?
Sensational. How's it going tonight, guys? We're going to get into this Spawn Compendium. Six issues. We're going to rip through it so I can open up my door and let this breeze come through because is it hot?
Woo-wee.
Is it hot over there?
Oh, it's freaking steaming hot over here. It got a little bit cooler, just a little bit. But trying to drive over here, pick up the lady, get some food, come over here. You know what I mean? All hot, and then it's hot in this room. And it's just like a lot of heat. It's like and this is the first day of summer. It's the longest day of the year. So it's just like, okay, summer over already because I'm done.
Yeah, like I need this air conditioner to working again. Like it's been broken for a while.
Bro, I feel you, bro. I feel for you, bro. But real quick, like we usually go through our little plug-in and stuff, but I'm gonna do it real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we can get to this compendium.
We're gonna say pandemic or what? This pandemic? Yeah, the Spawn pandemic. It is coming, guys. The Spawn pandemic is coming just around the corner because Spawn Universe is coming next week, guys.
Sure pre-order. Actually, tomorrow's coming, so no new comic book day. So well. But of course, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Ding ding ding. Oh wait, like video. Subscribe to I'm just messing it up today.
If you like what you see, make sure to like that. Hit that like button.
Hit the thumbs
ding
up.
ding ding that bell for notifications for future videos. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because all of this goofiness is sure to come again.
Yeah, because that's a lot of goofiness here. This is what happens when I don't even know what happens. I don't know why it happens. Just happens,
it's the heat, man. I mean? It's the heat. The heat's getting to us.
I'm out of my element.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, we're just gonna start getting into this pandemic. What the hell?
It's in your head now. It's in your head.
It is. I need a little bit of a drink.
Man, I'm laughing at Chaos's comment. He's just like, "Is this a nude episode?"
Oh yeah, of course. The day I messed up, Chaos happened to be in the chat. What's up, Chaos Station, my man? Station, Maria Station. Thanks for being here. Eric, the stash. We miss you, bro. Station, my man.
Man, he sent me a picture earlier of him holding like a sealed. It was an amazing. It's just like the cover I have, and it's just Shadowhawk Space, which I thought was fan freaking tastic, and it's sealed and that. I was like, put it down, man. Don't send me any more AOKs. Eric likes to say he's like a D-bag, but really he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I went at the very end. I said hello to everybody. He was like, see ya. I was like, oh, damn, I missed it. Station, Nick, what's going on, bro? So before I make more of a fool of myself, I guess we should get started with issue number 38 of the Spawn Compendium.
Oh, is that what issue? Oh, I didn't read that one.
Oh, damn. Oh, show's over, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next week now.
Stay nerdy, my friends. No, let's get into this. This is a different. This kind of took me for a loop a little bit because you're starting off, and it's like back in time. Like it's not in this time. Like they don't like really say it, but like you just kind of have that feel. Like older cars, older kind of attire and that. So you knew it wasn't. We weren't in the regular time. We're
Yeah,
we're in a flashback kind of issue in this one.
yeah. So you got a security guard there. You know what I mean? Um, this guy comes out of nowhere. He stops there. He's like, "You're going the wrong way." Then he's looking at his his license and all that, and he pretty much doesn't realize he's done. You know what I mean? He gets taken out out of nowhere, and then this mysterious guy, just takes him out like nothing, and then you know he starts driving away, and then he comes into the room. You know what I mean? He's like looking around. He's like, "What the hell is going on here?" Kind of thing. You know what I mean? There's like freaking it looks like a laboratory even from the beginning. You know what I mean? Whatever the hell, it's like a laboratory in a house, in a like a
Yeah,
creepy old
it's
looking
like
house.
it's like one of those like creepy kind of mansion type things you see in the middle of nowhere in horror movies. That's what the house looked like.
Yeah, so he's going in there and he's looking around and he's looking for something. You know what I mean? And he finds his TV, this old school tube TV. I don't know if anybody ever seen one of those.
Yeah,
You
like
know
with
what I
the
mean?
VHS system inside of it, and you put the
Yeah.
VHS, you hit play on it, and he starts watching it. Then I'm guessing it jumps back into regular time because now we're seeing Spawn.
Yeah. But before you get there, you have anything with it says Anna 1975, Anna 1981, Anna 1986. Are those different times where he's searching? Like
Yeah,
does he keep going?
which makes me kind of like wonder, is this back in old times? Because why would it say 1986? Because then it wouldn't be that far in the time. Like they kind of made it seem like it was like in the 70s, to be honest with you, with the car that they were driving and the attire. I thought it was the 70s, but then you see that and it's just like, okay, it's after 86. 86 was um
Entry of that
the
thing,
last
right?
entry. So how far into this is it? Like, is it this the normal time? That kind of got me questioning that.
It is an old house. It does look like it. So yeah, it takes you in the loop right there. But yeah, like you were saying, the next you know, we see Spawn, coming out. Rah! You know what I mean? I think the last time we saw him, he exploded. Was he exploded or no? That's the future. I'm skipping everything now. But he's coming out and he has this big ass gun, and he's like, you know, he's ready. He's like, "Win, I'm ready for you, bro. I'm ready." He doesn't say it like that, but you guys know, like if it was today, that's what he would say. So he's ready to go get this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's been a while since like we took a little break last week. So I'm wondering, this is him getting up from the rubble of yeah, it is. It's they had that big battle and then found out and stuff, and then he got jumped again, and this is taking place after that, so he knows that when it is after him.
he already knows exactly. Then you have uh the wizard. He looks a little different though. He looks a little older. Oh, that's just the way they drew him. But uh
Maybe just the way they drew him, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. And he's like, "You preparing for war? Uh, your idea for your real enemy is you chasing a red herring. You know what I mean?" So he's trying to
Yeah,
convince him to chill. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, because he's just like, step back and think about it for a second. Who put Win on the direction of you? Win's working for somebody. Who's he working for? Who's pulling Win's strings? So we're going back to like who's pulling whose strings. We knew that Win was pulling a lot of strings in the beginning. Now, who's pulling Win's strings? There's somebody higher up than him, and
Yeah,
so that's
that's
that's what
exactly.
he's saying, trying to say. Like, did Malbogia
Man, Bo,
set
yeah.
him in that direction? Like, in a way, maybe, who knows? We know that some of them work for or like work with humans, so maybe they were working with a human beforehand that kind of set this in play.
Yeah, so we go over to the next page and we got that weird looking house, the dude sitting down, and then it's like a semi flashback or something. There is a flashback, like you see an old guy there. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
this is definitely a flashback. Does it say? It does not say the time, the date, but
Yeah.
it was definitely back in the 70s because of how they age. They
Mhm.
get
And
older
then
and stuff, and yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah, I gotta stop myself too. But Frederick Willingham is his name, and he's like this guy born in Genova, Switzerland. A dude from there, and then like first you see him in his older face, right? And then it shows a flashback of his little origin story, and then he's there like they're studying and stuff and all that. I guess in a doctor's facility or something.
And
Or
then you get that sexy hello nurse.
hello, nice. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want me to show it. I guess I
Show
gotta.
that. Show it.
My man, they're a little too excited, but right there, nice nurse, nice nurse. But right after we get the nice nurse, we get her sick. You know what I mean? And let me get myself out of there. But we
Yeah,
get her
and
sick.
she's definitely aging, and like this is like this. We go back to the future, like where he's an older man now again,
Yeah,
and
so he meets this girl, and they hit it off. Whatever reason, she loves. She fell in love with the dude. You know what I mean? You know, and like you said, go back to the future where he's experimenting, and you can tell real quick he's trying to save her life, trying to look for a cure. You know what I mean? And he's trying anything in his willpower to save this woman, the woman he loves. You know what I mean? And yeah, we go to the next page, and she's like a little more, even looks a little more messed up, and he's like yelling, like my Anna was dying because her name is Anna.
yeah, he ends up starting to work for this secret organization too, so he can get the equipment that he could have, and that. But like they'd always like he'd never have enough time to tend to his wife because they'd always want him doing this and that, and he eventually just wasn't able to save her.
Yes, he wasn't, and you kind of don't see that right away. You're gonna see it a little later, but
Yeah, and all of this is playing out on a TV. Like you go back to that room. I think it's the same house too from back then, and you see that guy that broke into that place sitting there still watching the TV. So and, like
yeah,
this is a recording. Everything was recorded, and this is how he's fitting these pieces together.
yeah, because he's working. He's putting some big droid looking arm hand thing, and he's working there, and then you see, like you said, you see that guy still watching. I guess all of that, and then like you see the struggle and all that, and that's pretty much he starts explaining everything with everything and everything in a journal, and I don't know if you got to that page, but now like anything you want to add before we get back to the alley for a sec, or that's pretty much it.
No, yeah, that's pretty much it. If I get any further, I'll just spoil stuff before we get
Hmm.
into it.
So you go back to the alley, and the wizard's just talking to him, trying to put some tell him to cool down. You know what I mean? He's like telling him, because this, right now Spawn is a hothead. Now he's just like, you know what I mean?
Just
He
like you
wants his
said
revenge.
earlier on, like he's a lot like the Violator that and stuff, just acting before thinking.
Yeah, because like he's already pissed. The wanted thing didn't work out and all that. He thinks his best friend, it's against him or something, and he told Wanda she didn't believe him. Now he's like, oh, she didn't believe me. Everybody's against me. That's pretty much all the anger, all built in one. He's got this big gun. He wants Jason win so bad. So this is pretty much what this conversation is about right here. And then you got these these two, I don't know, call them thugs. You know what I mean?
Thugs, I
One is
guess, they're just like they're trying to be like, oh man, he has a throne and everything,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool and stuff, and then Spawn's just getting like more frustrated. And then he holds up the gun
They're like,
and
oh,
holds it out, and as they come around the corner, he's like, die, like just back
wait.
because he's at that moment he's talking with that wizard dude, and at that moment as they come around, he's like, die, and the gun is like right in their face. They freak out. They're like, ah, please don't shoot, run, and then they run. and then like, yeah, that was kind of funny.
Pretty much they were kind of kind of messing with the throne a little bit there. You know what I mean? They were doing something there. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll go over, like, of course he talks to the wise man. You know what I mean, again, and then we'll go over to the next page where we see uh more
The
story
guy,
development here. Go ahead, go
yeah, the
ahead.
guy that was in this house that was watching the TV decides to go up and around and check stairs and stuff. And he's just saying like he can't go back empty-handed and stuff. And then he comes into a room, and then there's this skeleton with a brain in a jar and a helmet thing on his head, and it's kind of it was cool. And he's like, Jesus, this guy's a psycho.
So not only was she dead, but she's like in there, like decomposed and everything. And oh, that must have been gross. Oh boy. So this guy is like so out of his mind trying to save her that he's still trying to save her. The brain, there's a piece of brain in the side there. I'm guessing that's hers. You know what I mean? At the time, you know what I mean? I'm like, ooh. So he's trying. He kept the brain alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and then he
like,
rewinds the video to look back, and then he opens up another door. And what does he find?
ooh. Hold
This
up.
guy's a beast. Because we'll get to his name later, but he is going to make a reappearance in Spawn Universe.
Right there. Rah!
I won't say his name because it gets introduced later on.
Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Yeah, and
And then
then like,
after that, like he's just like for the first time in 3 weeks, fresh meat. So I guess this happened like he didn't have fresh meat for 3 weeks. So was this 3 weeks prior to that? Or like this is it's just a little bit confusing of when this
no
took
man.
place and how this like there was no time stamp telling us or anything at all, telling us dates or anything besides that Anna 1965, not Anna 1976, 85 type deal. That's
Yep.
the only thing that we got for possibilities of dates. Nothing other than that. So we were kind of a little bit. I know I was lost. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was too. That confused me a little bit. I went back a couple of times. Like, it'd be nice to put a timeline in there, but maybe.
Yeah, like is this like all the same time? Like even like those flashback times, they didn't even say the dates. They said where he was from, but they didn't say when he was like where this was.
Yeah. So so yeah, we get past that and we go when he visits Granny. You know what I mean? And I'm not much transpires between them. You know, he's telling her, they just conversate really. He's like telling her like uh Wanda might be good and all that, and she's glad she's alive and all that. God sends his hello because she believes like God's the reason why he's still alive and stuff like that because she doesn't really know um how he looks. You know what I mean? Still, so because he's blind. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much that. There's not much in this conversation. He just meets Granny again, and then like towards the end, like says, "Thank you. Now come along with me. I want to show you a picture of her little girl." So what was exactly what she was talking about? Um, did I miss something? My lord.
Oh no, he wants to. She wants to show him a picture of uh, Cayenne.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So but yeah, that's pretty much how the issue ends. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss something? But what I was thinking is in a future issue. It's like I'm here trying
Right.
to like the
So I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5. I did like it, but it's like I said, like there needs to be a little bit more like when's this taking time? Is this all in one timeline type deal? And that it kind of confused me a little bit. So that kind of took me away from how awesome this was, like that new creature, how disturbed that was, and it could have been a little bit more delved into because that was kind of an interesting story to say the least.
yeah
I'm not sure who wrote this one, but um, Yeah.
Let me see. Tells you in the back. I usually ready with the who wrote this, but let me see. Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane wrote this. Guess that's why sometimes they say his writing sometimes is not all there. Sometimes they say it's good, but
Yeah,
it could
it
be
was
better, I
good,
guess.
but it could have been better.
Yeah, yeah, but we love Todd, so
All right.
But
Yeah.
it
What
was
do you rate it?
interesting. It was. I thought it was still was interesting. I'll give it a 4 because I like the story. It's not a 5 because what you said there's like a lot of confusion in it, but I love the new thing we saw, that thing, that wolf looking thing. I like how the guy went into this old school place and all that and found her like skeleton and all that with the brain in the side and all that. Then he's freaking out and then he finds the thing. So I like that whole story. The Spawn stuff was like it was okay, you know what I mean? So I'll give it a 4, you know what I mean? But that's the average of this issue for, 3.69, dude. So yeah, so
All
now we're
right.
gonna
Do you have your snow boots on? Do you have your winter jacket on? Because
yeah,
we're going
sure,
back to
sure.
Christmas. It is Christmas right
Christmas
now
issue.
in this issue.
This is one of my favorite issues in the book. I don't know how
Yeah,
you feel.
this was
I
fun,
love
but
this.
I did like issue 41 as well, or 42. I did
But
like that one as well.
we haven't got there yet, so
Yeah.
but so I don't know if I have a
We
top
are
five,
doing
but
issue 39. We just did issue 38, so we're doing
38. So
39 right now.
we're doing 39, and 39 is the Christmas issue. It's Christmas Eve, Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? And you have like this family and all that. You got, I guess, the way they drew her, but it's the daughter, the older, the sister, the mom, and the little kid. You know what I mean? All that. He's eating snowballs and stuff. You know.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, guys. It's Christmas Eve. Joyous, joyous time for kids.
So yeah, he's really excited. Christmas is here. The sister is not excited. She's really pissed. And not only that, the mom can't stay to see
She
Santa
gets
come and
called
bring gifts.
into work, and then even her boss was kind of a jerk. She's just like, I know plenty of people
Screwed.
that want this job, and then it goes down, and it's like her scrubbing a toilet. Fancy, fancy toilet. I'm gonna say that to say the least. I'm like, that's a fancy toilet.
So yeah, that the daughter's pissed off because she has to watch the kid, you know what I mean, and I keep forgetting his name, that's why I call him the kid, but so she goes in this job that doesn't appreciate her, they look like this rich place and all that, and like they're like, oh, she got a little bit late on Christmas Eve, and they like, you know, oh, you don't appreciate your job. There's a lot of people who would love this job, you know what I mean? So they're very stuck up people, like sounds like people
Yeah,
that
but
live in
like
Long
you just
Island
gotta look at that toilet,
that I
man.
know.
Like this is like a fine prestige place because that toilet had a golden um, shell seat lid, and then it looked like it was like hard. I don't know. I wouldn't sit on that because like that would be cold. Screw that guy.
Yeah, so so you go back to they're alone. The kids are alone, and the sister's like, yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
because
I'm supposed to
she
watch
got
him, but
upset. I guess we jumped a little ahead. She was upset because she couldn't go out to a party and that because her mom had to go to work and stuff. She wanted to go out and she's like, "You can be left alone."
yeah,
So
yeah, she could watch her brother on Christmas Eve. But of course, she's being a teenager. All she cares about, she wants to hang out with her boyfriend or her friends or whatever it is that she wants to hang out. So she puts his favorite show on, and she's like, I have it on repeat. You could watch it on repeat, so it could distract him, so she could go do what she needs to do. You know what I mean? He's like, okay,
yeah. And
yay.
he's
So
watching one of the best Christmas movies ever, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You know what I mean? Had a little shiny nose. Not even Christmas in July yet, and we're singing this, but
It's
but
close enough to July. It's just
it's
around the corner.
close. Why not? So yeah, so he's just straight up happy about this, and he
Yeah,
starts
he's just
like,
like a kid, just. Mm.
and he's watching.
Rudolph.
And then like Rudolph, everything is like Rudolph, and he's like, just ask him, Rudolph, ask him if he could, fly because Christmas is gonna be canceled because it's all foggy and stuff. That part of the show, and with his nose so bright, of course, he could help him out. So this is what the kid's going like, yeah, ask him, and then he asks him. She's like, yeah, see, I told you. So he's having a ball with
Yeah,
this.
and eventually it ends. He's sleeping on the couch. Then it goes to a frosty snowman that's up above. The nose kind of starts to twinkle, and then it burns out, which actually just literally burns a hole in the top of the roof, I guess, and breaks
Mm-hmm.
straight through. And he's like, "What?" And he calls
Nadine,
out
that's
his
his sister's
sister.
name.
Yeah, and then he hears like rustling noise on top of the roof. And he's like, "Oh
Santa
no, it's
Claus.
Santa! Santa's here!" And then it shows you like a great big picture of like Spawn. Santa's here.
Yeah, that's a mean looking
I, I
Santa.
really I really enjoyed the art in this book.
Yeah, me
It
too.
really did well in this issue.
Greg,
Um
Greg Capullo, bro. That's Greg Capullo now. But
yeah, and then he's
this
like rustling around and you hear the clink and the clank, and then you just hear the oh, and then I hope Rudolph's up there with his big red nose, and then you see a guy's nose just explode. Um and you
and,
see somebody thrown off the roof, and he's like, I better pretend I'm asleep. I gotta pretend
yeah,
I'm
he's like,
asleep.
yes. I don't want I don't want him to see me. Then he won't come here. You know what I mean? He won't bring the gifts. So
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you see somebody jump off, and then he's like, now to be better,
well, he
get
fell
back
off
to bed
actually.
before. And then you just get this like, wow.
Nice splash page. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then it goes, and then it's like, it was Santa. And then he runs to the tree, and then he's just full of tears because there's no other presents. Because at the beginning, he counted all the presents at least 7 times. He knew that if there was any movement on them, that he would know. And there wasn't. So his eyes were full of tears, and he's like, Santa Claus, Rudolph, come back, please don't go.
And
And
they
then he
showed.
looks down.
Yeah, but you see, he thought Santa Claus was leaving because you see a cape, Spawn cape, and everything, his suit and all that,
He's whipping the guys, and he thinks that's
with
the
his
reindeer.
chains,
Yeah,
and there's 3 of them. You know what I mean? He thinks those are.
it was great.
I know. I might as well show it right there. Boom. So he's like looking at that, like, can you see it? Yeah. He's looking at that, and he's like, huh? And he's like, yeah, come back, Santa. You know what I mean? And let me take myself back.
Yeah, this is a quick issue because then he looks down and then sees like these guys must have been robbers because he just sees a big stack of cash. He's like, "Oh,
And
you
he
didn't
sees it
forget."
outside because they're on top floor, so he sees it outside of the fire escape. You know what I mean? In New
Yeah,
York, if you anywhere in a building like that in a major city, you see a lot of fire escapes. There, in case there's a fire, you can leave out the fire escape. You can't go through the door.
so
So
he takes the
all
money. He takes the money, puts it in a box, and then puts it under the tree and says, "This is so cool." And then he has a Merry Christmas. Finds out that the mom used it for Christmas gifts and pretty much presents for the entire building. So
yeah,
she gave
yes.
back and stuff, and it was just a
Well,
joyous
first she
occasion.
was like, "How did you get this? How did you
Yeah, I
get
didn't
all
question
this?"
it that much though. She's just,
No, then she was like, "You know what? You're a good boy." She
hmm,
like questioned it at first, and then she's like, "You're a good boy, good job," and it just kept going.
yeah.
And then, but she did it with a good cause, and then like everybody had an awesome Christmas, just and you know what's funny? I wore the Scrooge McDuck shirt, not on purpose, not on purpose, but it works for this issue right here. You know what I mean? She gets the happy ending without that Scrooge she was working for. You know what I mean? So
And then it just goes back to Spawn in the alleyway on his throne, and just looking at a picture
he's
of,
not happy. He's
yeah, he's
sad.
looking at the picture of that beautiful, beautiful woman in
Yeah,
Cyan.
yeah, Yeah, he's just missing them, and that's how the issue ends. With a couple of things, I'm saying that, but so
I'd give this a 4.5.
yeah, man, I give it. I agree with you. I give it 4.5. You know what I mean? A lot, very fun, quick read, awesome Christmas issues. One of the best I've read. One of my favorite in the books. I don't even know if I'll have a top five in this book, but maybe this will make it because I really enjoy this issue. You know what I mean? So
Next up, issue 40.
40. Here we go. Here we go. New York City. You know what I
So we
mean? So
just go back to the alleyway, and it's just like pretty much just Spawn is walking back, and he's walking towards his throne, and there's a bunch of bums going around it and doing stuff to it. And he's like, "Get away from there!" And he freaks the frig out of them, and then he's just like, "Sure, we're just making it nicer for you, Mr. Spawn, and that blah blah blah." And then you hear giggles in the background. He's like, "Why is he laughing?" Oh no, he's just laughing. He does that. His mind is fried from all the drugs he did. So he literally said that. I'm pretty sure I could go read
yeah,
it
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. He did. Um,
But
he
yeah,
did.
no, he's pretty much thinking, he's just like in his head, he's like he can't trust anybody in that. And he's seeing images of Win and what's his name and then what's her name and
Wanda and Terry. So he has a lot in his head because he's thinking like everything that just happened with them and all that. And like you said, who can he trust and all that. So just pretty much
and,
put the
and,
two and
and then they run away. But then all of a sudden, as you guys know, Spawn does have like his cape and his chains can like sense when there's danger, and he sensed it right away. And all of a sudden, he's just like, he should have known better. And then what is this? And then chains just start grasping him to the chair,
hmm Yeah,
and then
it's
and
a little.
shocking
They set him up.
shocking him. Yeah. So that was pretty intense. Oh no, I lost my page.
Yeah, he gets tied up. Those people they set him up and all that. They were pretending to be nice to his throne, but they really weren't. They trapped him. He gets trapped like this, and then he like gets kind of like it was like a little like small electric bomb on that chair that's messing up his suit and all that. Cause at this point his suit keeps acting up on him. You know what I mean? I think it's getting all destroyed and stuff. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
we all
and then
know.
they come out with like one of those forklifts, and then the forklift teeth, they go right
hmm
through his body in it.
Yep. You go. So yeah,
So
so you got these three goblin looking dudes in that forklift. They look really scary.
yeah, it's pretty much just them. I'll tell you what happens, like, because it's not really the dialogue is there, but you could pretty much tell it without the dialogue because they're pretty much just telling us what's happening. Yeah, now grab him and put him in there. They're putting him in a container. They're shipping him, and they put him in a container, sealed it, and now are driving in a truck with the container, and the cape is kind of like outside the box, just kind of dangling, which is strange. I don't know if that was to make us know that he was there, but I don't know because
Probably,
they did it in the truck too, and then it just
probably.
shows. And then the next page, it's just what's his name?
Jason, I mean no, Terry,
Terry, Terry Fitzgerald.
Terry
He's
Fitzgerald,
yeah, he's on the phone with Wanda.
Wanda. Yeah, like he's not home and stuff. You know what I mean? Uh, um, then they start talking about what happened with Spawn, and they thought he was helping them, but they feel like they got attacked because she told them what he said. She told him that that Spawn said that Terry's trying to betray her, like everything that Spawn saw that he didn't understand. So
Yeah,
now they're thinking, well, I don't get it. He's trying to save us. He tried to save us before, but now he's being against us. And then I forgot which one said. One of them said, but he did knock. So I don't know. I think she said that, but I don't understand why he's doing this. So
Yeah, and he's just straight up like he's dangerous
yeah, yeah.
because
So
like he's seen it firsthand of what he could do, like and that. So
so they got stuck in this now. Like he's in their radar now, and now they're looking out to see what he's gonna do to them. That's how they feel. So they all feel like the other's the traitor. You know what I mean? So it's not happening. Good things are not happening for these people right now. You know what I mean? Feelings.
no, and then it goes to a different area where there's this kid, and I think I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's just out and about. I think he's ice fishing.
Ice fishing because he's got the little stick and all that with the string. And
Yeah, and apparently he's not supposed to be out there. I don't know why. Oh, because there is grisly murders happening with animals and stuff. So he's like,
yep.
"Get home, Tony, get home."
So he runs.
Yeah,
Ah!
and then you go and then you see these dogs and these people searching around, and then it comes to like this like bones, just the bones of ribs, and like
hmm
you don't see that too often. You usually see half-eaten carcasses. That's about it. Um,
So they go deeper into the woods. They're trying to find out what the hell this thing is, and then little behold, they're like, "It is
yeah,
Bigfoot."
no, before that, the dogs are
Oh,
running.
they're
You hear
barking.
woof 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 woof,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
all of
yeah.
a sudden you hear them, and then it's just like a cracking of the sounds, like oh, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
so
That's
they're like,
exactly what
oh
happened.
no, my dogs.
Yeah. So they're rushing to save their dogs.
It's Bigfoot.
We see that. I don't think that's Bigfoot, but we see. I don't think it's Gorilla Grog neither. You know what I mean? You got the big dude that we saw before, right? This guy. Didn't we see this guy before?
Yeah, he was in the last issue. He was introduced in the last issue. So
So
cameo appearance, full appearance in this issue.
yeah.
For all you
So you
speckers out there.
speckers out there, there you go. Is it 180 or 181? You know what I mean? Hope
Yeah,
one. No. Let's not go
yeah.
there.
Let's not get into that. But
So
now, and then the next page, you get them shooting their guns at him, and he's just barreling through. And he's just not, he's a beast, but he's robotic too. You could tell that some of the pieces on him are not like organic. They're robotic in some
mhm.
word of fashion. So it just goes back to that like mad scientist trying to create that robotic thing. And yeah. So you got him coming out and then jumping up, and then the cop car's coming, and then it
and the
goes to that boy
and the kids,
ice
he's like,
fishing.
you know what I
He's
mean?
ice fishing, and then all of a sudden he's like, the cop car comes over, and he's like, "What?" And the cop car is coming towards the boy, ever so closely. And guess what, guys? The boy doesn't die,
The
but the
big
cop
guy,
does.
the cop does, but the big Bigfoot, that Gorilla Grog looking thing saved them. You know what I mean?
He saved him for some odd reason, and now we got the name Cygor. And
Cygor.
Cygor is coming. He's making his reintroduction in Spawn Universe #1. So you guys will want to get that.
So you specking, bro? You specking? Specking?
Not dude, I'm always specking on Spawn.
Specking. So yeah, the kid gets saved. The thing blows up. Everybody downstairs is confused because he's left in a tree. And then we go over to this laboratory. That's where they go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and all you see is like as you guys know, Spawn's blood is green. So you just see this scalpel and blood or green blood everywhere, and then you see the top of Spawn's head without his mask
hmm
on and stuff, so it's all boiled up and looks like a hamburger head. Um, then we
And
get
then the return of the curse. We
yeah,
got the curse
baby.
returning up in here. Let me oop, let me show him real quick. He's like right there, like, oh, we should have known. He was a big part of his kidnapping with with three goblin looking things. Now now there's four. Before there was three. But yeah, so so he's in there. The laboratory's there. They have a piece of the cape of Spawn. I guess that's the suit. I guess they're trying to tell you that's the suit that's in there. They pretty much took off everything off of him. They were able to do that. He's there. Uh, they talking about some kind of dissection, and the curse has the a little what do you call those, the cutter things, to cut. What, surgic? I don't even know what that's called right now.
I don't
And
know, but
then
he has like all of his little minions have those type of arms.
yeah, and it's just like very scary. And then Spawn's like dissection, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the page, you want to show it? You want me to show it?
You can show it.
End of the page, you see right there. He is everywhere.
Yeah, he's trying to remove his living brain.
He got his legs in the top, and he's half cut up. He has his torso up and all that. Yeah. He's like the searing pain as I remove your living brain, and it's just like he sees Spawn like terrorized, like you know what I mean? And that, my friend, was the end of issue number 40. You know what I mean? I thought this issue was pretty good. I enjoyed it. If I had to rate it, I'll rate this one a 4.5 for me, and then you rated a 4. Okay.
Average rating of 4.69,
69,
dudes.
dudes.
Wrong arm, man. Wrong arm.
Yeah, whatever.
Now we're on to issue 41.
Issue 41. So he's in this room. It's like Armageddon on the top.
And like the second page is just craziness.
Another
Because
last page.
you just see them like freaking like have him, and they're just all having fun. They're all having fun.
Yeah, terror.
Like they're tearing his chest
horrifying.
apart. They're tearing everything apart, man. Like
they want him to feel pain and all that.
Yeah, it's just pretty much them like going through that. Like he did say like he just wants them to have pain, and he just wants to. He knows the secrets of him. He wants to control him, know how it works and how this works. Knows about Malbosia, which Malbosia. So he's trying to figure out the secrets and that. So, and then it goes back to a flashback of when Al Simmons was in the war.
Yep. And another war flashback. It has I don't know what you get out of this. I didn't get much out of this really.
I thought it was kind of pointless. To be honest with you, I thought it was
I'm
pointless.
glad I'm not the only one feeling that. I was just like, I don't even know what was that. Maybe there's something there that even I couldn't figure it out. But
and we all know Herm likes there's something hidden in this. There's something hidden.
I always like to
Herm saying like it's just there's nothing hidden or doesn't see anything in that. You know there's nothing in it.
So the next page goes back to our guy. You haven't seen him in a few issues. Jason Wynn and all that, and he's just
and the clown.
The clown, which he's fed up with the clown. He put the gun towards his head and all that, and he just laughing like ha ha ha. How I wouldn't kill you? And he's like, yeah, you would kill me because you would have done it already, and kind of stuff,
Yeah, how long are you working on that for?
Nah, I just thought of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll find out later.
No, I just thought of that just now. But so like he's like, yeah, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like so this pretty much explaining like I mean more plots to like try to take out Spawn and all that, and then like he's like, you're kind of failing. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. You're taking too long. That's pretty much kind of what the gist of this whole conversation is. And then in the next page, we get
We get Kygor.
Kygor. He's back, and
I
then
want
like
to get a figure of Kygor. I need a figure of Kygor now.
so yeah, so he
If
goes up in
Kygor
there.
figure, hit me up on Instagram. I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
He'll buy it, bro. He'll buy it. Even with that crazy shipping cost, he'll buy it.
If you're in
but
Canada, even better. But yeah, no,
so
this is just an issue. This part's just about like kind of the trope. They're at the edge of the kissing hill, and they're making out in the
they're
car.
kissing it, yeah. And then she's like, but I don't want to do this here, kind of thing. And it's looking like he's ready to just force it. You know what I mean? But nope, nope. Your favorite dude gets in the way and says, oh,
He
and
rips off the top of the hood, man.
he rips that off, and he's ready to get him and all that. And he tries to bring out a knife, but everybody knows, he's pretty much done. You know what I mean? And then like a couple of guys come up try to help him. You know what I mean? And yeah, that didn't work out very well. He gets mad. He tears everything up, and he runs away. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what that happened there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like he's on a mission because like it's in his head that we're getting this and stuff. He's just like, I need to do this, but I need to feed first, and that like he's kind of like he does have an intelligent mind, but we're getting little bits and pieces of it. We're not getting it all at once. So I'm liking that kind of build up, and I'm liking this kind of character because I
Yeah.
don't think he's going to be a villain, in my opinion.
Yep, there you go. So after this, they go over and you see uh looking like Spawn's hand. like you guys cover
Moving
idle
around
hands.
himself like idle hands.
He's like, doo, doo, doo. You must have seen Idle Hands, but the Idle Hands was after this issue, I think. I don't even know, but or maybe
Well, like he ends up chopping his own hand off,
that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. He has a little knife that comes out,
just like idle hands.
and yeah, and then the hands just starts boom, 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 start going after the suit.
What I thought was really really cool is I'm pretty sure he used his blood to get that thing and pull it down, which was I thought was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. And then of course the hand is punching the glass because it's in this little glass case thing, where they have the suit in so it won't get out. But of course, like it leaves a good enough crack in it that in the next page, he's of course seeing the curse, and he's like the evil doer, he's like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win this. We're gonna finally win.
He had no chance at all.
No chance in hell. You know what I mean? And yeah, out of nowhere, the suit gets out. You know what I mean? Da, da, da,
And we all
somehow.
know that suit has a mind of its own, and it protects its wearer.
Yep, yep, yep. And he starts tearing up the minions and all that. And then like the curse gets start getting his butt whooped. And
Man,
little known,
Spawn's cape looks so cool by itself too, though. It really did.
yeah, it does look really cool. And so the curse, it gets ripped apart, you know what I mean? And he gets his hand on a bomb just in time, and it starts ticking while Spawn's trying to get himself completely together, and then kablooey! Not the gum from Loki, but literally kablooey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he puts it in his head, his dead head.
Yeah,
Or well, his dead head, and then it blows up, and it looks like they're on top of like a tree stump in a way. It's like if
yeah.
this place was built on like a thing.
And then boom, that's the explosion. So boom goes Spawn, and all
I
of
I,
them in
I,
there.
I always like when when characters I have as toys make a reappearance back in the show or back in the book.
You love that.
Because I have the curse
You start
figure.
reading and be like, "Ooh, I have that." You know what I mean?
I need a
It's pretty
Kygor
cool.
though. Kygor is sick.
Yo, he
Like
is sick, man. He is
like
sick.
I did get this in, so this is gonna be a new toy unpacking Bad Rock.
Bad
From
Rock, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is from series 2, so that should be fun.
So there you go. That was the end of issue number 41. You know what I mean? And
I give it a 4.5. I give it a 4.5 because I like Violator. We got more into Kygor. And all around we get like the suit like having a mind of its own and doing like what it looked sick to say the least. And then him trying to blow him up, he pretty much tries to blow up. I think this guy's immortal, this cursed dude,
yeah, yeah.
because like he's technology, knows what he's doing with stuff and that, and he's probably like got, that's probably why he's after Spawn's brain, because he wants to find more immortality. Maybe he has to kill people, maybe he has to do this and that to like continue his life.
Continue going. Yeah, yeah. He's a scientist. You know what I mean?
So
So
I give it a 4.5. It was really fun
I give it a 4.5 myself. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn
with
good.
an average of 5.69, dudes.
59, dude. People are like, how does that add up? So here we go. We ready to do issue number 42?
42 was just
Station Southern.
it was different, to say the least. This is like so we only have 2 more issues. So guys, thank you guys for watching this. We got 2 more issues left. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and ding ding ding, just like Big Herm likes to say, that bell for notification for future videos. He doesn't
Yes.
see he does actually say it like that because he always trips over his words.
All
But
right,
yeah,
man.
issue
You ready to
42.
go, man? You ready to go?
Where are we going?
So
Ice cream?
number 42. You know what I'm saying? Issue number 42. Let's go.
All right, let's do
What?
it.
Where? Ice cream? Where? Squirrel. So supposedly after this explosion, you see Spawn like blast like a rocket. You know what I mean? He's like, shoo, like
Yeah,
a comet.
it pretty much takes right after the last issue, and it's like him flying through the air. And then you just get him, and he's just like up like this.
Yep. And he just boom. Then he just lands boom in the
And
ground,
then,
and like he's put together already.
yeah, which is surprising. Do you
um.
think like it would be a little bit more longer considering? But then it goes to the next page, and then it's people talking. It's Sam and Twitch. Guys, Sam and Twitch
Yep.
is coming, guys.
They start
These next 2
talking and
issues
all
are Sam
this.
and Twitch eccentric.
Sam and Twitch heavy. Yeah. These two were a lot of fun to read. So they're going over the cases and everything, and you hear them talking. We're like, oh, Sam and Twitch. You already knew when they started talking, and then of course in the next page, Twitch is trying to figure out everything. He's trying to figure out everything and stuff, and then somehow Mr. his buddy Mr. Burks, he can't concentrate. He's just like, yeah. You know what I mean? If there was a sound effect, you hear that ding 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 ding, dum, dum, dum,
Man,
dum.
it would be hard for me to concentrate after his wife, even looking like that, man. Like walks in, like, I'm sorry, but like I'd lose, I'd be distracted as well. Like,
His
let
lady
me
looking
know
like
if I'm wrong, because just imagine if that woman was real and she just walked into the room and had that kind of pose. I'm pretty sure we'd all be like,
she's like that Mary Jane Watson type supermodel looking redhead girl.
oh yeah, station Stefan. Steffery Magnum Steffi.
Station. All right. So yeah, he can't concentrate. He's trying to do the case and all that, and at one point he hears blah 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 blah, kind of like the peanut kind of thing. Because he can't believe like like that's in the house, like Twitch. That's Twitch. You know what I mean? And he's just like, and then he's like, right, right, buddy. And he's like, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. And yeah, and then it shows this dude running, this little kid running away.
What
You're
was
right over
that?
there.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the
I
picture.
could see that. We're already in the hour mark. This is where we lose him. This is where we lose him. You know what I
I'm like Sam in this one portion. Like, God damn, is she gorgeous? Like,
mean? He's still
but
like,
yeah, we got a kid running with a bag full of stuff. He's apparently running from somebody, and you see him hiding behind a tree.
and
So
it's
and then
Wednesday here. It's Wednesday. I have to point that out. And everybody knows
that
what
pays.
Wednesday is.
I told you this was going to be a good issue. I told you you'd love this issue, didn't I?
You did. You did. Because here it's new comic book day for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's new comic book day. So he's just like, I hope I hope I don't have any wrinkles or any smudges or
And
any
he
or
hopes
the
he's trying
spine.
to, yeah, he's trying to hide from the bullies too. Because every
Yeah, because like
Wednesday
they steal his comics.
they steal his comics, and then like he's trying to make sure he gets some 9.8. So I guess he was specking before everybody else was specking. You know what I mean? So and
Yeah, and then he tries to go into the thing, but as we
into
know, Spawn's cape and
into a
chains have a
cabin.
mind of its own. Like if they feel like there's a threat, they attack.
Attack, boom.
And
So
that kind of plays on Spawn though too, because Spawn does have that feeling. He's more of a not a thinker, just a doer. So I think that's why the cape and stuff do the same thing that he does. They play off of that. So that's why I think that if he has more control, he could control that even more.
yeah, definitely. So he's losing control and all that. And of course, you see the comics on the floor, you see Max down there and all that. I like looking at all these little uh uh things. And he's like, "Who are you? You look like Venom."
No,
Like from the
no.
comic
What it
Venom.
was like he said like he was explaining the cape to the kid, and he's like, yeah, it's like a symbiote, and it has a mind of its own. Oh, kind of like Venom's.
Yeah, kind of like Venom's. You're right. You're right. I just got
And,
excited
and
when I saw Venom.
I thought that was funny. Like that's the first in like this issue is just amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
That's
just
the
gonna
first
say
you
it
get
now.
a
Five,
Marvel
five.
reference, right? Well,
Yeah.
that's the first time you get a Marvel reference. You know what I mean? Like
And then you go to the
I
next
like TM
page.
knew I would like this.
You go to the next page, and then you have freaking. I don't
Yeah,
think I think that's supposed to be
Hulkster.
Wolverine. You have Savage Dragon. You have the Hulk on the
Good.
on the wall. You have like a bunch
No,
of different things.
that's
You
the
have Bad Rock. You have X Force,
that's
and
a X Factor. That's the I forgot her name. The wolf from X Factor. I know Stefan probably knows. He probably be like, guys, that's this. I forgot her name, but that's who that is.
oh,
I mean,
from okay, but it says X Force.
yeah, yeah. So that down
Um,
here is the comic X Force, and then the poster up here you got X Factor. You got I think that's Cannonball and what I keep Wolfbane, whatever her name is. Help me out.
Wolfsbane, I think so. I think it's
Yeah,
Wolfsbane.
yeah.
And then it's funny. It's just like, yeah, I like all the comics. I read these. I do this and that. Have you ever heard of comics? And that I even like the ones with the mutants, even though
Yeah.
sometimes they're hard to keep track of because there's so many guys. There's so many X books even back then.
Yes, there was always X books. So he's like X Force. I like X Force and all that. Ooh, I like Spidey. I like the way he crawls up the buildings and all that. You know what I mean? So he's fanboying right now, and then like, cause he's like, oh, you're a hero just like these guys. You know what I mean? So that's why he's thinking and say he was excited that he has a
Yeah,
superhero in front of
he's
him.
like, you've never even heard of Image? They're the
Yeah,
best.
that's the best one out of all that.
And then this next page, like he goes into like, oh, you have a symbol on your chest. Like, what is like your superhero name? Like the M on your chest must mean something. It must have came from your boss. And then they go through Malbosia, and then
He's
he
like,
kind of remembers like, oh,
he's like, Axon,
ma-
what's your guy's name? He's like, Mabosia.
oh, that's a stupid name.
That's what he says.
Yeah, and then he realizes that it is an M on his chest, and then he thinks back at the clown and how his makeup is also an M. So it's from Malbosia. So yeah,
And then also he's putting on his own suit. He's like, yeah, look, I have my own suit. I want to be a superhero. He's putting on his suit, and he has the
yeah.
lightning,
And
ready to
what
put
did
a
he say?
mask.
His name was the Terrorizer.
The terrorizer. I am the terrorizer.
Yeah, but then it goes to like it goes to that page with that, and he's just like, I guess it is, and then the kid's like, told ya.
Yeah, but like he's also telling it's more to superhero than there's a lot of evil in the world. And then he's like, and then he asks him, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" Man. And he's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I like this girl, but I don't think she knows I even exist," kind of thing. And then, how about you? You have a girlfriend? He's like, "Yes, I do." And there's a picture of Wanda there. I was like, "She's not your girlfriend anymore." So speaking of
Yeah,
Wanda, you know what I mean?
this part is just kind of it's filler. It's a filler to issues. It's just
Yeah,
them talking about, and like the thing is, I could see that they're not worried about it because if something goes happens and stuff like this issue, you can't think like, oh, they should know that something's wrong because like if you find $50 on the ground, are you going to be like somebody's after me? Somebody planted this here. Like you're not going to do that. You're going to be like, oh, it's just something good that happened in life, and that's what this. They're just talking about the
yeah,
donations, the
the
pension,
granny
and
and
stuff.
all that. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, it might, but I thought it was necessary to at least show them still, so people could see they still exist, so people to know. Maybe people haven't read a few issues before or whatever. So
uh,
I think these are necessary.
I did get ahead of myself with Kygor too because this is the issue. It gets in more into his mind, not the last issue. Like he's saying he needs to feed, and he's like standing on a thing.
Yeah, that's why the next page is, yeah. So yeah, it shows him like everything you said earlier, and then of course it goes back to
It,
Sam and
it,
Twitch.
it does he does speak and that in this issue too. He says New York, but he's like New York because it's NU York, and so
Yes,
he has a speech impediment because he's a
he
gorilla.
does. This big dude. And then it shows on the bottom Sam and Twitch going into Chief Bank's office and all that. And then like the dude is trying to get the files there, and then he gives him the key to a secret file. So actually they're leaving. They leave. Guy's leaving. He's like, why would you want to do this? He's like, because people think I'm the one people messing up the files. At least if they catch you, they'll catch you. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
has secret files, and he's in Chief Bank's office. They're Twitch and Sam and all that. So they're trying to find stuff, and they're getting all excited. That's pretty much what that's about, right?
Yeah, they're like looking over it. They're like, "Yeah, we got him. We got him now."
They're like, hoo ha ha ha, we got him.
And then the next
So,
page, it goes to the kid walking home again. He gets jumped by the kids, and he
mm-hmm.
gets starts getting the crap beaten out of him. But then he
Yeah.
jumps up and jumps in and like changes right fast into the terrorizer.
And then he's looking mean at them and all that. And then they start getting scared. Oh my God, them eyes. And this kid thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting these guys. You guys better run. You know what I mean?
And
Because
then all of a sudden,
I'm
all you
not
see
taking
in
it
the
no
next
more.
page, man, I'm surprised he didn't take this kid's head off. Like, because you see the chain that's inside of his mouth as he takes him. And these are just their kids. You see the chains whipping around. You see the cape flipping around and stuff. And he's just like, I don't have control over it. It just seems like there's danger, so it's acting on its own. And that's what he's saying. He's like, no more, stop. And he's like, good, now stay. And then he's telling the bullies to run away. And that, so.
Off. So yeah, so he's like, be careful with them. Be careful. Don't do that, because he want the bully, just to scare the bully, but he didn't want them to get hurt. You know what I mean? He is loves superheroes, and that's what superheroes supposed to do. You know what I mean? Just fight the crime and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And then
All right.
he's like, stop it, leave him alone, leave them alone, and all that kind of stuff. And then like he stops finally, and he goes away, and the kids are like in the side and all that. And then that's the end of that scene. And then back at the school, la 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 la, he's sitting down. He got, he has little things
He's
for some cuts,
reading his comic book.
reading his comics, and all of a sudden, la la la, the girl comes out of nowhere and
Pam
he's like,
Williams, man. Pam Williams decides to come up to him and be like, "Hey, can I sit here?" And now they're sitting there all googly eye at each other. What a great
it's
ending!
funny
What
because
a great ending!
he's like, hello, hello, how things going? My name is, and before she can, and he's like, Pam Williams, pleased to meet you. I knew who you were, and he's like, oh, you're a hero. I heard what happened, and you saved those bullies. Can you go to the dance with me? And
Hey,
boom, this issue ends happily ever after. I mean, at least for the kid.
five for me on this one.
5 your digs for me too. 5, not your digs, the other one.
Backlogs.
Backlogs.
Yeah, which is
Backlogs.
pretty much at the same
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it's a
rating as
yeah,
you
a little
digs.
bit,
Like
little
it's
bit.
the same currency now,
Yeah, yeah,
currency
yeah, yeah, yeah.
exchange.
Robbie's
Next
not
up,
watching, so we could say that.
now
So
43. This is a really quick issue.
today's final issue, number 43. Let's go. So
And it's pretty much a big Sam and Twitch. And like the first page is Sam like, oh, I'm
getting
late. He's
ready.
gonna kill me. Blah blah blah. He's grabbing a donut. You see the toilet paper. You see the coffee, and you see cripes. And then you see him. He's running out with like a half ring donut hanging out of his mouth, and his zipper's untied. I'm guessing Twitch is the man now because Sam's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now Twitch is the boss. You know what I mean? Now Twitch is like, yeah, what?
Yeah,
And
and then
and now he's
they're
not really doing that. He's not really doing that. But that's how that's how you
yeah,
see it.
and it's just pretty much a conversation of how they're going to do stuff today. They get to the police place, and their card won't work. They can't get into the precinct, like the parkade.
The fact they will not let him in. Not. So they
So
pretty much had to park like what would say 8 blocks away, which anybody who's any major city, not even just New York, like if you can't have a parking, it's hard to find parking in major cities anywhere. So it took them like 25 minutes or something like that. They said to just find parking and 25 minutes to walk back. So they were really late. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
as soon as they get there, they go to their desk, and then they see that everything is gone. Everything is taken out of there, and then you see Chief Banks come in, and he's like,
he's
"This is like
smiling with his smirk.
I did. Like, what happened? Who took all this stuff?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "I did." He's like, "I told you guys that um, for putting me in Eternal Affairs, like I will have my revenge, and enough time has passed now that I can react it without it seeming like it's revenge, which it totally is."
This totally is.
And then he's like, "Oh, you tapped my phone. I also put in an order for Eternal Affairs to take a look at you guys as well." And it's just like, "What are you gonna do?" And he's just like, Twitch turns around. He's like, has his fingers up like
Bam.
that and goes, "Bam! You're dead." He's like, "We'll be coming after you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but we'll be killing you, you mother."
Really getting you. He doesn't want to kill him. He just wants to get let him get his due. Go to jail, whatever he needs to do. But they want to get him, and Twitch is determined to get him.
Yeah,
So they're in a diner all fired, and Twitch is like, I gotta tell the wife and kids. You know what I mean? And then um Sam is stuffing his face, blah blah blah, and you see some of the food. Don't worry, we'll get him. And then food goes right into Twitch's glasses, and he's all cleaning it.
yeah.
Um,
This next page is a little different. It just kind of it kind of is like a little poem in a way, a little poetic type thing. It was nice. If you guys are reading this, you'd like it.
it looks.
Darker atmosphere in that, and it just
Hmm.
shows like Spawn in the dark by a tree, and it shows this wolf like slowly creeping up to him, and then it's just the wolf ends up like in the next page. He ends up looking into his eyes, and you see like he does a flashback of like when he pretended that he Al pretended that he had to work, and then he forgot the anniversary and stuff, and
But
then like
before you get to that, a lot of what it's explaining here is explaining like the suit can attract like all these uh
Yeah,
Predator stuff can sense the suit, can sense, uh, you know, Spawn, being there because of the suit and all that.
yeah,
And then
but then not just the suit, but like their darkness like does darkness like this wolf looked inside of his soul, like looked into his eyes.
yeah,
So it's not even just the suit, but that's what attracted him was the suit.
definitely, definitely. So now you could
But
go
yeah,
to
no,
the
it's just a
continuation.
cute little cutesy thing, like how he pretended that he had to go to work. He forgot the thing, then he uh, hid in the bathroom, pretending he wasn't there, and then got the neighbor to bring in the dog and the puppy and stuff. And the phone call was just a ruse, so it was just kind of a cute little thing, even though she broke a mirror.
Yeah, she was mad. She broke the mirror, like ah, and then like,
That was just a little cutesy thing.
and she was surprised, and then like she loved the dog so much that he planned on going out with her, and then she didn't want to leave the dog. So, so she took home.
They had a bath, and then they made love, and then
Yeah,
after they made love, the dog joined them. Not for the
yeah.
love making, for the
Oh
sleeping.
God, they fell asleep, and then the dog joined them when they fell asleep.
But now we go back to
This bridge,
Sam and Twitch going over
which
the
I think is
Kincaid,
Central Park. I think
and
they're in Central Park in the bridge. Go ahead.
they're meeting up with somebody. They're just waiting for it. You're like, listen, like we got to keep this shit too big.
NWO.
Even the editor's on board with this and stuff. So they're going through that, and then they pass it off to a mysterious man. We don't know who the person is.
And he's pretending like he really doesn't want to deal with it because he doesn't trust. Like this is big information, and he could get in trouble. And then he's just like, and Twitch is like, yo, just give it a shot. Just turn it into your boss and let this go. We will win this. Just trust us. You know what I mean? So he's like,
Yeah,
fine, fine. I'll take it. I'll see what I could do. And then boom, it jumps to
yeah.
the next scene.
Next scene is just pretty much saying like children of evil, beasts of evil, and then you get like a bat, a snake, a wolf, another wolf, an owl. Or no, that's a bear. With red eyes, and then it's just like they're talking about how evil isn't sent, and so they come, hell's children, ready to give, and it's like the heart of the darkness bearing amen.
Yeah, it's a good art, man. This, whew, oh God, I love this art. You know what I mean?
So I'm
So
guessing. I'm guessing. So now that letter that whoever Sam and Twitch gave that to, it ends up getting Marvin Wynn. Marvin Wynn. I'm doing what you did. Jason Wynn. Sorry, Marvin Wynn. You're awesome. You're worth it. Go check
that
out The Edge, guys, by Second Sight Publishing. If you've not checked out my video from Second Sight Publishing comic rundown, go
back
check
to the
it out.
book, man. Back to the book.
Yep. Um,
Plug machine over here.
yeah,
um,
so like Jason Wynn must have had gotten word of it because he's just like, all right, Chief Banks is not under our protection. Everybody ignore him. Everybody do this. We're not helping him out one bit.
yeah.
So
So
now
now,
all of a sudden it gets posted that Chief Chief Banks had was in cahoots with
mm,
that thing because they figured it out that the chief kind of set Kincaid on the path to kill the senator's kid, and now that yeah, so that's all that happened. So now he's kid killer linked to police chief,
yep, yep. I'll show it.
and it's just pretty much him sitting in his office now. Afterwards, like just kind of in his head, thinking like, oh, they're thinking this, they're thinking that. He's not making a budge out of there, and then it goes to the news, and it runs down all of this stuff, and of course the
It,
bottom guy is K
it
Tina.
pretty much, he got set up to take the whole fall of everything,
Yeah,
everything that with the senator's daughter who Kincaid went and killed and all that, because they were trying to set up the senator. You know what I mean? A lot of backdoor stuff that we don't see in front of us. You know what I mean? So pretty much he gets hit with the fall, and then like he ends up staying in his office there alone, and then his wife is crying, calls, he doesn't want to answer her. Then that's when you get the news, and then you of course you get the three guys again, the lady, the CNN guy, the E guy, and of course the controversial guy. Is this the same one? Or this another
Yeah, the
different
same guy,
newspaper?
same guy, never changed. The guy has
Not
never
the guy,
changed.
the news
No, it's
place.
different.
It's different.
It's different.
It seems like he always says something controversial, and he's always like he knows
I,
that
I think
there's
I
more
think they
to the
just take his
story.
network off the air. I think he's the
Yeah,
head of these networks. He has to be. He
I
can't. He
I,
can't keep
I
getting
think
these jobs.
I think he keeps saying like he keeps thinking goes beyond the story and knows there's more to it, and then he gets fired because of it. And he goes to another network. I
Yeah, but
think that's what the
who
joke
would
is.
keep hiring him after that?
I
Like,
don't
but yeah,
know.
no, he's in his office. Then news reporters, um, the government, all are there. They got a subpoena to enter his house, and they're like, he's putting out a cigarette. You see them walking up the stairs. You see, and then you see him. Uh, Damn you, win, saying that, and then he's like, "What's up? It's locked. Open up, Banks. You've got nowhere to go." Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
cause they got up there. They're going to get him and all that. It's all locked, and then of course you have some cops in the back going, "Hey, he's one of us. What are you doing?" kind of thing in the middle of all that. And then like as they're trying to get in there, in the last page, if you want if you want to do the
Glam.
honors,
Another black rose blooms in hell tonight.
yep. So yeah, feeding Malbosia again.
Malbogia.
Malbosia, and that, my friend, is the end of our 6 issues we're covering here. This what do you give? We didn't rank this one. What do we give this issue? What do
I
you
give it a
give it?
4.5.
Me too. 4.5. You know what? I'll give it a 5 so we can have an average of
4.69,
4.69, dude.
dudes. Yeah, so now we have 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50
50. Yeah, so
left.
we got 7 issues left, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
We might break them up
We got
into 3.5s though. Oh
we
wait, how
might.
does that work?
We might not. We might not. But if we can, next week we're gonna cover. Wait, that's today. Next week we're gonna cover if we can get to it, issues 44 through 50, the grand finale, Monday 28, 2021, 5:30 p.m. We're going to finish off this compendium if we can get to it. We got a lot of things going on this week, so we're gonna try. This is 7 issues we're gonna try to cover. Depends on how the issues go. If some of these issues in here were pretty quick and we were able to cover it pretty fast, so if that happens, then we'll probably do the whole thing. Or not, we might split it into two and do 3 and 3, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I hope everybody enjoyed us going through these compendiums because we enjoyed it. This is a lot of fun. Me and TM enjoying this run right here. Um, Spawn, I'm here. Can't wait for them to solicit the volume 2 already of this. Come on, let's go, guys. Come on, Image.
Let's
You know
do
what I
it.
mean? Come on. Because I remember during the holidays seeing a solicited for volume 3, 2, 3, and 4, but for whatever reason, yeah, it was supposed to happen, but they never went through with it. So I remember looking at it. That's why I wish I still had the book for it. But can you imagine another like all the way from 1 to 200 compendium? You know what I mean? And then in the future they can keep going. You know what I mean? Because you cannot find at least what 200 to 300. It's hard to find these days. So a low print cost. So yeah. So yeah, man. I hope everybody have fun. I hope TM had fun because I had fun. You know what I mean?
Just a little hot. Gonna get some air here soon.
Yeah.
Open up my door. It gets the airflow is really nice, but it literally took my camera right off of the laptop, and like it would be like this if you'd see me the whole time going like that because it's windy.
So let's get through the real quick. Of course, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notifications for future videos so you can watch me and TM do some more of this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Go to his channel. The link is down below, like we always had. Of course, for all the Bad Batch members. Yeah, so real quick, Whiplash Wednesdays. Keep going this Wednesday. New comic book day, like we always do. We got the Blame Phable show to start off the day. Usually it's at 1:30 he starts that show. Then our guy here, TM Nerdy, chatting with the community. He's got our guy, Chamorro Cinema, episode 9. Can't wait to see that great sit down between them two. And then of course, Nick Comic Culture has his, haul video that he likes to show us. You know what I mean? Fantastic hauls like he always have. And I love his reviews after it. The Nick at Night during the weekend. Those are phenomenal reviews. And then to keep on keeping on, me and my man, the Spectacular Sam, YouTube team up featuring me and the Spectacular Sam. We're going to cover issues 50 through 59 of the Nick Spencer Spider-Man run. I can't wait to do that with him. I know it's very controversial. Everybody like, why would you do that? We're Spider-Man fans and we enjoy doing it. And then of course, to end the night, we're going with boom, the closer show, Chamorro Cinema show. What are you making? Interview creators, artists, and more with our host, our guy TM Nerdy, hosting the show. And we got you want to step in and talk about all these people here?
All right. Well, for the creator side, we got Carla Nappi, creator of Duplicant, also a friend of the PCP Army Bad Batch. Then we also have Charlie McElvey, friend of mine, and probably the friend of the Bad Batch as well. Then we got Christopher Beck, and then DP Brown. Joining us that night is it'd be hosted by me and Chamorro Cinema, and then it'll have Big Herm Collectibles, Dank Comics, Sith Lordly, and I'm thinking Brandon from Comics X Kings.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And then of
So
course,
we have 4 creators and then four panel members that are just unreal.
unreal. Of course, the next day after that, I'll have my comic book day haul. Usually I go 4 p.m. and all that and show off what I got the day before on New Comic Book Day. Best day of the week. I don't have the thumbnail yet. Me and TM will be back here on Sunday. I'm not sure. We might do. I think there's no Rock and Robbie live again. We might do a 7 o'clock thing again. I'm not sure all the stuff.
I'll let you know. I'll have my work schedule this week too at some point.
He has his work schedule, so that time a little iffy now. That's why I don't have a thumbnail yet because I don't know the exact time. But we'll be covering episode 3. We all can't wait. We all love. I don't say we all, but most of us love those episodes. Can't wait to take that with you and a lot of members of Peeps Beyond.
And guys, if you missed, Rogue Trader went live earlier. If you guys are not sub up to the Rogue Trader, go ahead and sub up to him. He did an A-OK unboxing that I sent him, and I had a whole wow moment from him, which was amazing. So you guys want to go check that out. Phable, if you don't mind, you're awesome. You're worth it, Phable. Thanks for being a mod. If you could drop the link to the Rogue Traders earlier video today, that'd be cool.
All right. So yeah, do that. Check out the Road Trader, and I was talking about our show, and then of course Monday we talked about the Compendium show. If we get a chance, we'll try to do all 7. If we can't, we'll split it up into 2, 3 issues here or 4 issues, and finish with the 3. Whatever we decide to do, the 7 issues. And of course, I'm not gonna leave here without mentioning July 5th on
my birthday.
On your birthday, me and Fargate, the Amazing Collector Edition show, our monthly show, where we cover collected editions, omnibuses. We'll show you from DBCS. I hope I got that right. I keep getting that wrong. But yeah, what pre-orders are coming for that month. So you can pre-order your stuff a little early, so you can get them half price and all that, and you don't have to wait till when they come out, and then people are just last minute.
And
2 minutes they sell out.
They're like $400. And that something's killing the children. Deluxe edition, guys, get on it. I don't usually pre-order deluxe editions or hardcovers and stuff like that, but that's the one book I didn't jump on time with with Something is Killing the Children. So I want to kind of read that, but at the same time, I'm like, do I want to read it? Do I want to open it? But yeah, I'm going to open it. That's the whole reason I bought it.
Nice. Yes, yes. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. I freaking that's like my favorite indie title right now of them all. So I love that. Something
Mine's
killing the
Marjorie
children.
Finnegan. I just got my books in today and I read that. And like the second page is like she's running after some like king with a giant dildo on her.
I'm leaving it right there. So yeah, we got 62 left. He's like, hey, who's better, Spider-Man or Spawn? We don't need to get into that right now. We don't need to get into that right now. So
Maybe some other day because that's a long
John
conversation. Me
John stop station, my man. Go ahead. You and yeah,
and
yeah.
me and Herm would be at each other's throats on that one because I know who he would pick and I know who I would pick. So yeah, let's.
Good, getting TM hooked on collector editions now.
No, I blame Phable for that one.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us on this special edition, Spawn edition. Hope you enjoyed it. We did. We love talking to this. That's why we gave this show its own show. You know what I mean? That's why there's no other shenanigans. Just me and TM talking about a fantastic book from back in the '90s. All these issues and
Yeah, that's where I'm from, guys. I'm from the 90s.
before TM puts his foot in his mouth again, you know what I mean? We're gonna leave. So thanks everybody. Hope to see you all Wednesday on Whiplash Wednesday. Till next time, station and peace out.
To all you beautiful